But what? What did it say about critical race theory?
I have not looked at the math books because it recently.
She's a brain dead moron.
Dumbass. Oh no.
Her brain moves slower than most people's brains. It's the sense
That's the
I'm
only
getting
explanation here.
Also culturally indoctrinated, which makes anyone stupider.
It's the Casey and Zoe thing.
Let's see. Toledo woke mob. There we are.
Disney was silent on this parental rights bill. And they waited and waited until the governor signed the bill. And they got so much pressure from the woke left that they decided to stand up in opposition of parental rights.
So when they say the woke left, when a stupid right winger with no brain says the woke left, they mean like, is that a distinction? Is there a woke left and a not woke left, or is that just all the left is woke?
Yeah.
And it's just like a pejorative to glue on the front.
100%.
Okay, just yeah.
Yeah. I think they think anyone who is even liberal, which is not that far left, is the woke left.
Yeah.
Anyone who thinks, gay people should be married,
right,
and black people should get reparations,
or just that gay people can get married,
right. Or that black people matter.
It's radical
that's
stuff.
The woke left.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter. Very radical.
Yeah.
Very intense.
Crazy, absolute nonsense.
So let's hear what else this idiot has to say.
Dumb idiot.
That's offensive to any parent.
Is it?
Yeah, not true, obviously.
You said in the House committee that Disney, quote, has now been perverted by a woke mob of liberal extremists into a laboratory of gender.
A woke mob of liberal extremists? It's the weirdest combination. Liberal extremists.
It's oxymoron.
Yeah, an oxymoron, for the record. A woke mob of liberal extremists. Who cares what words mean? It doesn't even matter. Yes. What's up, Cheeseburger Merv? Welcome back. And we saw that Elon... Was it 44 billion?
I thought it was 44 billion.
I think it was 44 billion.
Yeah, Eric. Ragnats just sent this to us.
Yeah, it seems like a good show.
I don't think I've ever seen the show.
Gender identity, social experimentation in which our children are the guinea pigs.
Social experimentation in which our children are guinea pigs.
Teaching kids history, it's basically a big social experiment.
Because
I guess it kind of is.
Allowing a child... Oh, I see. That's in Australian dollars. Okay, got it.
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
44
gotcha.
US dollars.
Yes.
Yep. But so trans people who want gender affirming surgery are actually just being forced by their parents to do it in a lab.
Yeah.
Because
it's just a wacky
because young people have no agency.
Yeah, these ideas certainly are not the result of years and years, decades of experimental treatment and interviews and work done by medical experts to figure out the best way to approach these issues. No. It's not the conclusion of a ton of credible scientific work. It's a new experiment that has just begun on our children. Very good.
Interesting fact, Ragnats.
Interesting.
What do you mean specifically?
Well, I started looking at some of the videos and some of their cartoons, and Gonzo has now become transgendered. Did you know that? Gonzo from the Muppets is now a transgender. They're sharing these.
A transgender?
Do you want to go find that actual clip?
Yeah, let's see.
Look for trans Gonzo. Yeah, so that probably works.
Internet. Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Internet has once again been put into uproar. Okay. So Gonzo made the decision to become a princess, wore a dress, and became Gonzarella. Cute. This isn't trans.
Yeah.
So basically what this is saying is Gonzo didn't want to wear a night costume. Gonzo wanted to wear a dress, and he did. And that's it. And everyone freaked out?
So yeah, literally, Gonzo's not trans, just Gonzo's pushing the boundaries of gender roles. We probably don't want to play this because I think it'd be protected.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, so Gonzo wore a dress because Gonzo wanted to wear a dress. And everyone's
Gonzo
like,
wanted to wear a dress.
now he's a transgender.
Yeah,
Yikes.
if anything, he's in drag, not trans. So she's lying.
These people don't know
she's
the
lying,
difference
or she's
between
just
drag and
stupid.
trans.
She strikes me as quite dumb, would be my first read on her. Like, I just get, strong dullard vibes.
Yeah.
From just the way she talks and the look in her eyes.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's maybe a little superficial, but that is the read I'm getting on her, that she's fucking dumb. But maybe she's a liar. Maybe I'm wrong, and she's a smart liar.
Yeah.
Views that some parents may not be comfortable with, and it is our responsibility and our right as a parent to share those values and morals with our children.
That's part of a number of these bills that are going on.
Is it anyone else's right to share their morals and values with children, perhaps through a television show called Muppet Babies? Or do only you have the right to share values with children?
Because the parents are the gods.
By the governor, you're also outlining a bunch of math textbooks, right?
Yes.
Why math textbooks? That doesn't seem to...
They started including critical race theory in math.
How?
What?
How did they do that?
I don't know, but we found it in textbooks.
Where?
But what did you find in textbooks specifically?
Critical race theory.
But what? What did it say about critical race theory?
I have not looked at the math books because it recently.
She's a brain dead moron.
Dumbass. Oh no.
Her brain moves slower than most people's brains. It's the sense
That's the
I'm
only
getting
explanation here.
Also culturally indoctrinated, which makes anyone stupider.
Unbelievable.
It came out within like a week ago.
Within like a week ago.
That's what they were going through, all the math books. And I think that's what's happening right now is we're uncovering like years of indoctrination. Things that we didn't know.
Well, if you think that's what's going on,
yeah, this fucking genius.
Think it.
She hasn't.
Based on no evidence.
He said, give me some evidence. She was like, well, I haven't actually seen anything.
But I have come to my conclusions. Somehow.
Duh.
Without seeing any of the evidence I'm citing as evidence.
Yikes.
As parents.
And this notion of teachers grooming children, I mean, grooming is a pretty serious charge.
I think when you start to tell children, okay, we're going to, first of all, change our vocabulary. We're going to change pronouns, and we're not going to have a he or she, because this person...
Yeah, they've outlawed he and she.
Nobody has outlawed he or she.
You can still use he or she.
No one.
They has been a pronoun for as long as there's been English.
If you don't know someone's gender, you refer to them as they. You've been doing it your whole life.
Yes.
You might not realize it, but everyone has been doing this their whole life.
Yeah.
Do you notice how I just said that?
Yeah.
Person can be identified as... That is imposing your beliefs on another person.
But is it imposing beliefs, or is it just telling children, here's kind of, the world in which you're living and growing up in, and people can be who they want to be? They're not saying you have to be transgender or you have to be this or that. They're just saying...
No, but they're encouraging it.
How are they encouraging?
Oh, Johnny, if you don't want to play with trucks, go ahead and, play with dolls. And
That's called allowance, not encouragement. If
Like,
you don't want to play with trucks, you can play with other things. That's not forcing, or even really, that's encouraging openness. That's encouraging flexibility around gender roles. Which, yeah, definitely, I will encourage that.
Oh my god.
So if that's what she means by encouragement, yes, we're encouraging good things.
Dolls are okay for boys to play with. Trans.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
and we can call you a different name. That's going beyond what I think is normal. I think that's
what you
grooming
think is
someone.
normal.
What about the rights of gay teenagers or transgender youth who feel vulnerable and feel like now they're being attacked by this kind of legislation?
I think that if you're gay or vulnerable, you don't even want to draw attention to that, these type of discussions.
Those words escaped her mouth. You fucking dumbass.
Like, she's so
vomit.
stupid and awful.
Ew. Ew.
And people are going to vote for her because the voters are stupid and awful.
God.
It's really staggering.
If you're gay, shut the fuck up,
Yeah,
okay?
if you're gay, don't draw attention to it because I am a bigot and I encourage other bigots to mistreat gay people. So you better watch out and not draw attention to yourself.
Unreal.
Really?
I do. I've talked to
He's
many
furious.
people that
And
are
you
gay.
think that they would rather not talk about it?
She's
not
talked
be
to
the
many
subject of-
people who are gay. No, you haven't.
He's so mad at her. Look at his face. He's like ready to punch her
No,
in the
I
face.
think they are, like, I like their message on love who you love, who you want to love.
You used to march in gay parades, according to one of your colleagues.
Not only that, but I sponsored the equality bill
Okay.
because I don't feel you should discriminate against gays.
Right.
So when did you start hitting yourself in the head with a hammer every morning?
Why the change?
When did this change?
What? Did she get married to a piece of shit? That's usually what, for me, I notice.
Or-
Like when
yeah.
women like radically change their minds, they get married to a piece of shit.
Definite possibility, or maybe in some comical mishap, a microwave fell on her head and fried her brain.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually sounds better.
There's so many fun possibilities for how she went from supporting gay rights to being a fucking plague on society.
But I don't think that you should impose your beliefs on me or
Right.
my children.
Right.
So
But you can impose your beliefs on ours. We get it. Yes. We
Wait, so
understand,
you
ma'am.
sponsored a bill for equality for gay people, and now we're saying, but don't tell me about it.
Yeah. No. Right-wingers have to be allowed to impose their religious beliefs, but if you try to impose scientific facts, well, that's just unacceptable.
that's the difference. They went too far.
The gays
All right.
went too far by asking for rights.
I've been telling you, Zoe. You crossed the line.
Too far.
What choice did this giant fucking moron have? Except to completely misunderstand everything and get so confused that she had to run for office and make the world an even worse place than just her general presence does.
Yeah. Math books.
Yeah,
CRT.
Ragnats, indeed.
Ragnats found examples
Trump became
of the
popular.
critical race theory.
Math book CRT, yes.
Let's see.
Show me, show me, show me.
Is this it? Yeah. Yeah. Florida gives examples.
Yes.
Yes.
Show me the CRT.
Dozens of math books
In
for not
math.
meeting the standards. NBC6 education reporter Ari Odzer is live from Hollywood with a few examples. Hey, Ari.
Examples.
Hey, Shelley, you know, everybody was asking for examples after the state rejected 41% of K through 12 math textbooks, and now we have some. The Florida Department of Education said
We made some real quick. Let me show you.
didn't meet the state standards because they either had elements of Common Core, social emotional learning, or critical race theory.
After we multiplied, we got the factors of
Teaching math, says Education Commissioner Richard Corcoran, should be free of, quote, indoctrination or exposure to dangerous and divisive concepts such as social emotional learning and critical race theory.
Wait, now they're
Dangerous and divisive, like social emotional learning.
now they're against social emotional learning. They're like against emotional intelligence.
What the fuck is this shit?
I mean, it makes sense that right wingers would be opposed to emotional intelligence since
Right,
they have
right.
no kind of intelligence, emotional or
yeah,
intellectual.
it's
But holy fuck.
yeah, it's so much
I
easier
didn't realize
to
that-
manipulate people who are not
Yeah.
emotionally intelligent.
I didn't realize that they were villainizing emotional intelligence too.
Right, on
Fucking
top of critical race theory.
Awesome, great.
In math textbooks.
Let's just never grow as a species at all. Let's
No.
never evolve. Let's just stick right here. Let's bury our feet in the mud and just be morons for all time. It'll be great.
Perfect.
What I see here is a straw man argument. They are making an accusation that is simply not true. These textbooks, these instructional
Yeah.
materials, are not indoctrination.
Yeah.
What are
They
the
are
examples?
mathematics.
I want to see what they say.
Dan Gohl is the former chief academic officer of Broward County Public Schools. Carla Hernandez-Matz is president of United Teachers of Dade. She said rejecting textbooks for the reasons given by the state is alarming.
This is something that we find ludicrous because we know that CRT has never been taught in any.
I have yet to see an example.
Yeah, no, I wish they opened with the examples instead of just opening with people saying it's absurd because it weakens their statements to not have given the evidence first.
Where is an example?
Anyway,
It does not exist in any curriculum. Most
we agree it's
educators never
absurd.
heard of the term before it started to become part of a culture war.
You can judge for yourself from the examples provided by the Florida Department of Education. Here's a bar graph chart. It's one page in an online textbook with more than 1,000 pages. Rejected because it teaches polynomials using data from a racial bias survey. Another example mentions social emotional learning, which is a philosophy infused across all subjects to teach empathy and encourage emotional and social awareness.
What I see is
no.
that the governor
Oh,
and
no.
the representatives from the DOE are choosing to issue indoctrination by exclusion while accusing people of indoctrination by inclusion. It is a deeply concerning trend.
7 times, exactly.
We are educating students in mathematics. We are not programming kids to memorize flashcards or times tables.
Gold said using real-life examples in math problems makes the subject more relevant to students, and what the governor calls protecting kids from so-called woke ideologies, Hernandez-Matz calls censorship, like you might see in Russia or Cuba, she said. We're live in Hollywood. Ari Odzer, NBC 6 News.
I think in the article they might actually have some
some
specific things. And
I
nice
want,
emotes, cheeseburger.
pictures. Yeah, honestly. Nope, not that. Can that not
Why is
be
it
a
playing
thing?
the sound? Don't do that.
Stop that. Well, now I have to find it again.
One way
CRT,
to do
math textbooks. I got scared. I got spooked. I got so spooked. There it is, yeah. Okay, so let's turn that off. Yeah, here we go. The bar graph shows the differences among age groups on the implicit association test that measures levels of racial prejudice. Higher scores indicate a stronger bias.
Okay.
Measuring racial prejudice.
But there's no.
by age.
This
isn't critical race theory.
Well, yeah, but we can't make anything out with just bar graphs saying what. There's more of this thing here. We need like specific examples.
Yeah. Also, it says
this is a thing that they say. Oh, because they included racial prejudice in this bar graph?
Yes, that's critical race theory. This is what critical race theory looks like, everyone.
Yeah.
Because, you know what's funny? They don't know what critical race theory is, and they never have. So anything that mentions the word race can be labeled as critical race theory. It's actually very clever.
Another example titled Adding and Subtracting Polynomials features a math model used to, quote, measure bias.
What? Me? Racist? Go ahead.
What, me, racist? More than 2 million people have tested their racial prejudice using an online version of the implicit association test. The example reads, most groups' average scores fall between slight and moderate bias, but the difference among groups by age and political identification are intriguing.
Cool.
So they're showing a study about racial bias.
Right, which is critical race theory, apparently.
So if you reference studies that collected legitimate data and you use that data to explore statistical math, it's critical race theory. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's stupid. So the objections are stupid is what I'm getting.
Another example has an SEL objective referring to social emotional learning that reads, students build proficiency with social awareness as they practice with empathizing with classmates. And that's why the textbook got canceled.
That's critical race theory, encouraging children to empathize with their fellow humans.
I think just any social emotional learning is too much for these fuckers.
Well,
that's so upsetting.
Turns out to be just as stupid as I thought.